Okay, this is our garden shed cottage garden, which is filled with zinnias and lots of beautiful monarch butterflies right now. We've had lots of bees, butterflies. I've even seen a few dragonflies out here. Here's a bumblebee just having a heyday here. I don't know if you can see him. Just going to town. I've had to replant our window box. I say window box because there's not really a window there, but we wanted to have a little bit of drama on the side of this otherwise plain shed, and that's what we decided upon. The zinnias have really been going crazy this year, and I just absolutely love them. They've gone so crazy, in fact, that you can just barely see my limelight hydrangea tucked back there. Next year I will have to take better care not to plant the zinnias quite so close. I have a beautiful dahlia planted up against a pole. So the only thing that I find here in Kansas is with the dahlias is that they bloom very late. And although they're a wonderfully sturdy flower, I just personally prefer zinnias because they don't mind being dry, they don't mind being hot, they provide lots of impact color-wise, and the butterflies, bees, and other pollinators just absolutely love this garden. Here's another wonderful bumblebee just enjoying himself so much. I have another limelight, a little lime, tucked back in the corner, and I think I'm probably going to move that to a little sunnier location because the limelight hydrangeas do actually enjoy a bit of sunshine. I've got some autumn joy sedum that is starting to bloom up and will probably start turning color here in another month or so. My pots are starting to look a little bit bedraggled here. I did have petunias and super bells in those, and even though I've trimmed them back, we have been getting a lot of rain, and I have been applying iron, but I think that it's just been a little bit too wet. Further on, we are finishing up with some lively rudbeckia here and some black and blue I'm having a block here. I believe it is a type of salvia, is the black and blue variety. Here's a bigger strand here, and this, I'm not sure what this little critter is here. Let me see if I can get a close-up, and if anybody knows for sure what this is, if it's a type of hummingbird or a type of moth, I'm not really sure, but I would love to know. Looks a bit like a hummingbird, but it's not really very colorful. Then I have incorporated a little bit of fun yard art in my backyard this year by getting an old cast iron fireplace element and a few things on top. My original plan was to put a teapot bird bath house or birdhouse there, but the birds don't really seem good there. I did try planting a few things, they didn't do very well, but this butterfly actually doesn't mind the heat that the cast iron seems to generate, so that's great. I would like to get some bigger logs to make this look like a more realistic fireplace. I used to have some old ceramic fireplace logs, and I threw them away long before I ever had the idea to do this, and I've been kicking myself all summer for that. Anyway, we have a little bit more rudbeckia. We have some other plants. I'm having a block here. I can't remember exactly what they are right at the moment. I think they're penstemons, actually, but they've been done blooming for a while. I'm hoping next year they might bloom a little longer. A peony that has long since bloomed. I have a very old-fashioned rose here, and instead of being sweet, it actually smells like black pepper. It's very interesting. I do need to get out here and weed. This is really ridiculous, but I simply have not had the time. More beautiful zinnias here. And I have, oh, I love this David Austin rose that I just planted this year, actually. And I need to get back there and weed as well. But as you know, with roses, it isn't always easy. I need to deadhead as well. This pink rose is a perfuma, I believe. It has the most heavenly scent, and we bought this on a clearance after we had a late spring freeze. It looked very distressed. We only paid $10 for it. I wasn't sure if it was going to survive, but it struggled a bit, and then it really seems to like this spot. I do struggle with keeping enough sunlight back here because our neighbor has some volunteer trees, which keep coming back, and we keep trying to chop on our side of the fence. But other than that, it seems to like this place. We additionally have some veronica in here, and I have in fact, my entire backyard is bordered with this liriape. And the thing I like about it is it makes a nice border. It multiplies very well. So I've actually, out of one plant that I originally got from my mother about 10 years ago or so, I have been able to do the entire border of my backyard, other than around the house, but all the way around the fence line, through the garden shed, all the way. And so for not very much money, I've been able to do that. And it does have beautiful purple flowers. And I love it because it's about one of the things besides zinnias that I find can really take the Kansas heat, don't mind drought, and provides a nice punch of color. The catmint is looking a little scraggly right now. I think I'm going to need to give it another haircut. I did give it a early summer haircut, and it did come back, and now it's starting to struggle just a wee bit. Some beautiful marigolds here.